So it's battle royale. That is the public demand versus a political dangle that seems to be playing out over the second part of Dhurandhar, The Revenge, because that seems to be on a record-breaking run, and it is expected to not only outdo its prequel, but perhaps go down in history as one of the biggest Hindi cinema's successful films. But as the film storms the box office, the meltdown lobby seems to be having a field day. First, they came up with a bizarre question asking why the release of the film has happened during the Eid festivities, but in no time, the very same ecosystem was hit by the reality. Dhurandhar has now become a global phenomenon. But they wouldn't relent, they wouldn't believe, because the ecosystem came up with a fresh rhetoric, claiming that the BJP is trying to fuel hate with the movie funding the filmmakers. But this again is just a case of sour grapes by the opposition, which hasn't been able to stomach the film's resounding success. It's a film that has already made over 700 crore rupees and counting. And this is not just the pan-India figures, but global figures even add more. Now, some striking parallels between the movie and some real-life events have got the social media in particular debunking the opposition's claim that they continue to say that this is a narrative that is built on propaganda. Let's in the meantime listen in to what they have been saying.
पैसा देकर के फिल्में बना रहे हैं आप लोग दूसरे दलों को बदनाम करने के लिए। मुझे तो लगता है इन पे ज्यादा पैसा हो गया जो फिल्म रिलीज तक पैसा पहुंचाया जा रहा है।
What Mr. Akhilesh Yadav says is correct. These are funded, politically funded, and they are propaganda films. And Dhurandhar 2 is completely propaganda. It's just to influence the elections in Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala.
I don't watch this kind of movies. I don't waste time on that.
बेसिक कहानी कुछ भी हो जोड़ तोड़ के हम प्रधानमंत्री के चहेते एक सलाहकार हैं, इन्होंने न जाने कितनी मूवियां बनवा दी अपने को हीरो बनाने के लिए।
But unfortunately, there are backers of Pakistan within the country, because here the Congress seems to look at its opinion that it is paid propaganda. But here, when it comes to another counter that is coming in from the same party, Pratibha Singh seems to be lauding the film, saying that it is a good message but should be appreciative. So that seems to be somewhere rare, but a positive comment that is coming in from the opposition side to the movie. Well, Mohit, the movie should be looked at the movie's perspective, right? You know, when it comes to the oppositions, they suddenly become selective when it goes against their, so what ideology?
Amita, you see, a movie is made for an entertainment purposes. Now, if you like the movie, then watch it. If you don't like, then don't watch it. But calling a movie propaganda, saying that this movie should be banned, or this movie incites communal violence, or this movie incites hatred in the country, this goes against the freedom of speech and expression, which has, in fact, become very selective according to our politician and a certain ecosystem. You see, if a movie shows that how Pakistan has been harboring terrorism in India, and how India has it back at Pakistan, and also about the nexus of mafia and Pakistan, then who exactly will have problem with that? We know for a fact that Pakistan is a terror hub. They have been harboring terrorism in our country, from Pahalgam to Mumbai attack to various incidents. Pakistan has been doing this. Now, we have seen the ecosystem and certain opposition parties, including the Congress, attacking the movie, saying that this movie incites hatred in the country, while we see Pratibha Singh, who is a very senior leader of the Congress party, former state president, and somebody who knows
so when it doesn't suit their narrative, they call movie as a propaganda. Thank you very much, Mohit, for getting us that update.